characters that have done absolutely nothing throughout the entire series.
Saying that Tanjuro has no feats is such an outrageous claim, and I don't even understand where it came from. If we look into the context of the abilities that he had, we can scale him accurately. For example, while Tanjiro was using water breathing, Rui was holding back and he still couldn't cut through the wires, which aren't even amped by his blood demon. He then decides to use the strongest form of water breathing by adding rotations as acceleration to strengthen the strike, which is stated here. And by simply adding the blood demon art to the strings, Tanjiro states there's no way he can cut through these wires. Then by simply changing the way he breathes, he was able to cut through these wires. That is how powerful sun breathing is. It's also such a physical tax that simply by using it once, Tanjiro at this point in the series was going to be rendered immobile. Once again, just demonstrating how powerful this breathing technique is. The Tanjiro with water breathing couldn't even cut through an unamped string without even using blood demon art. But Hino Kamikaze was able to cut off Rui's head. And although people might say, oh no, Rui cut off his own head. Yes, he cut off his own head because Tanjiro was going to decapitate him if he didn't. Moving forward in the series a bit, we have Entertainment District Tanjiro getting absolutely blitzed by an unamped Daki. Mind you, this is with total concentration breathing. Despite that, after using Hino Kamikaze once, he was back on the ground and even stating that his muscles are stiffening. Tanjiro proceeded to get blitzed. After having his ego bruised, he proceeds to lock in and utilize sun breathing to the best of his abilities at this time, and then bullies the same pseudo upper moon, who unamped was destroying him with negative difficulty. Now that we've established how strong sun breathing, just in its base form, actually is, let's go over the feats that his father has. The first obvious one is his father has Selfless State, which obviously puts him above Akaza. Akaza's blood demon art allows him to lock onto people as well as predict attacks just off of willpower alone, and he relies too heavily on it, which is why the second Tanjiro unlocks Selfless State, Akaza loses. Tanjiro was not faster than Akaza, nor was his attack that marvelous. It was simply because Akaza didn't know how to fight somebody that he couldn't sense. He also has the second best endurance in the entire series, with the ability to use sun breathing for 12 hours straight. Also stated the 13th form, which unironically is the strongest form of sun breathing there is. He also has See-Through World. He was born with the Demon Slayer mark. And series Tanjiro literally states he does not have the same talent that his father has, objectively putting his father above him at this point in the series. Tanjiro, after activating the 13th form, his blade automatically turns red, which simply means you give Tanjiro's father a blade, and his blade will turn red as well. Couple that on top of the Demon Slayer mark, See-Through World, and Mastery of Sun Breathing, I don't see why people think he's not that powerful.